All I can say at this point is just more Whoppers, more problems. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That was not intentional at all.
What?
Just that mayo just sitting on the lip.
I'm fine. Hey everybody, we're having a sandwich.
We eats on this podcast. That's what we do.
We eating, baby. But what's good, everybody? It's your boy Work Service Major Linux, aka the Grandmaster of IT, aka your favorite streamer's favorite IT guy, and it's time once again for Tech Talk Thursdays for April 20th. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. 2023. We have the dankest nugs, fellow teenagers.
Smoke them if you got them and pass them to the left.
Hey, to the left, to the left. Of course, to my right, to my right. We got Kevin. It's your boy Kevin, the building.
Mm-hmm. Smoke weed every day. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't though.
Sometimes it helps. And of course, the man fresh from vacation, dropping Whoppers on us, the double Whoppers.
Mm-hmm.
It's our East Coast merge conflict.
It's like West. Yeah, we have dubbed merge as West Coast.
No,
Sam.
have you seen the stream though?
I have not.
You should look at it before I find the right asset and change it.
Yep. So now it's like Sin is East Coast merge and Sin and merge is West Coast Sin.
Yeah. There we go.
Something. It is an honor merge. It is an honor. So there you go. I hear I am both good company and in good company. So
and I love her, but I blame Jerry for this.
It's gonna be the running joke from here on out. Like,
yep.
Merge is West Coast Sin and Sin is East Coast merge.
I love her to death. She is like my sister, but I blame Jerry for this.
And being proactive, I fixed it on the other scene too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's right. It is April 20th, 420. Again, smoke them if you got them. Unfortunately, I don't. And I feel bad for all the parents who had to go out to the local elementary school today. Hopefully they got that out of the system early.
Yeah.
And I imagine they probably did, because being on an elementary school campus with a whole bunch of kids probably hopped up on sugar, wanting to get faces painted and jumping all over jungle gyms, inflatable jungle gyms, and all kinds of stuff that they had at this carnival. Yeah, you probably gonna need something to just calm your nerves down. It's a little overwhelming, just kind of standing out and just like, do you really need to get on every inflatable obstacle course? No, you don't.
Yes.
It's not though. For those of us who don't know shit about this major, are you able to just quickly type in a name, or do you need to make a whole image just for that? I'm sorry, what are we referencing?
if you were to change my name from Cinziac to like
no,
East
I
Coast
have to.
merge.
I have to create a whole. I have to export a whole new image for it. Luckily, again, I have Sins, and then I also have one for Merge now, so I can just swap them out. But again, the GOAT, Idios and Anka blessed us with the Photoshop files, to where it is all it does is take all I need to do is open up Photoshop, find the file, change the name out, and export the image. Like it's not that difficult to do. It's just that I have to remember to do that before we have a guest, And 2, I have to remember to switch them and then switch them back when I don't need them anymore.
And that's the thing, Ruin, right? A lot of these, but for a lot of this stuff, like templates exist. It's just remembering to do things when you have the time and energy to do them.
Like last week when, like I mentioned halfway through the show that the circuitry, the circuitry, stuff on the borders was missing from, the, Tech Talk Thursday. Well, actually everything, like even Tech Talk Thursdays was missing from the bottom of the scene during the news segment. It was because of the fact that I forgot to turn on the layer in Photoshop that adds those elements when I exported it. So it was just kind of a blank, just like a blank scene with just 3 cutouts, which was enough, but you know, doesn't look as professional. And I felt bad. But speaking of doing all of that, speaking of Merge, yes, thank you, Merge, for joining us last week, filling in for Sin. Dope ass show as usual, bringing in all that knowledge I wish I had. Cause he knows a lot of shit about hardware, a lot of stuff about a lot of things that I don't know. I'm just like surface level. When you get Merge in, well, he brings in that deep knowledge. He just talking. With all that being said, we've got some news. We got some nugs to get into. First of all, of course, you know, Elon Musk is throwing another temper tantrum because yet another company doesn't want to fuck with him. Again, he's in this find out phase. And you know, he just don't like it. He doesn't like it.
I may need to add some additional information here because fun times.
Chrome has got more holes in their browser than Swiss cheese. And there's been some acquisitions in the news. So let's get into that, shall we? And of course, we're going to start off with Western Digital. Of course, last time we talked, Western Digital's MyCloud service was disabled because they have been hacked. Apparently now it's got much worse. Their data is now being held hostage. And I forgot what it was. It was something on Mastodon where they say, you know, ransomware it's not ransomware. It's just like random spontaneous encryption. Hackers who claim to have breached Western Digital have reportedly stolen around 10 terabytes of data from the company and are holding it hostage. TechCrunch spoke to the hackers who appear to have control over Western Digital's code signing certificate, private phone numbers belong to company executives, stolen SAP back office data, and even managed to gain administrator access to Western Digital's Microsoft Azure instance. So apparently the data that they are holding on to is not necessarily your data and my data, it's Western Digital's data, and they got 10 terabytes of it. Which, again, for an average everyday user, if they're holding our data, collective data, it should be more than 10 terabytes. So if they've got Western Digital's data and it's 10 terabytes of that, one, good on them for backing up a lot of shit and saving a lot of shit. But that's still a lot of data they got. TechCrunch reports that the hackers are trying to negotiate a ransom payment of a minimum 8 figures. So we're talking at least 10 million? At least 10 million. Not $9,999,999. 10 million at least to not publish the stolen data. Western Digital declined to comment on the situation, and the company is currently coordinating with law enforcement authorities and working with outside security and forensics experts. Blah. And by their data, we mean your data. Oh boy. Damn. This isn't the first time Western Digital has been hit by security issues. Hackers were able to mass wipe lots of MyBook Live cloud storage products in 2021 due to a zero-day exploit. Petabytes of data was estimated to be affected, and Western Digital was forced to provide free data recovery services and a trade-in program for MyBook Live owners. Dog, you lost petabytes of data. Like, what does that even look like? What is a petabyte to terabyte? What?
It's a lot of information, is what.
That's 1,000 terabytes. Ooh. Oh my God. Is there another storage company I can look at? Western Digital fucking around. Seagate fucking around. Well, I don't know. Seagate seems like it's a state issue where hopefully they don't get banned by the US for selling shit to China. But yeah.
Yo, there just seems to be a rash, if you will, recently of people just being like, but what if we decided to fuck around and find out about all the things? And I'm like, I would invite you to consider, maybe don't do that. Like, the rest of us are just caught up out here. We're trying to mind our business and not like get hacked. And we're over here two-factoring things only for you to be like, what if we just mess up your hard drive though? Can we just not? What's up to Cal?
The cow.
Even while he was actively on a stream of mine, I was still calling him Tycho. I felt bad. It's a force of habit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to charge. This is one of those things that the old black folks would say: charge that to my heart, not like charge that to my head and not to my heart, or charge that to the game. One of those two things. Yep. The credit lines are strong either way.
For me, not so much, but you know, I had an interview. I got another one next week. Yes, Takal definitely did correct me, and yeah, yeah, I know, Ruin, I know, I own up to my shit. Speaking of more hacks and shit, I even told you how I came up with that user. Yes, we are aware. I know. It doesn't change the fact I've never heard of this. I never heard the song. Didn't know.
If it makes you feel better, I haven't either.
It doesn't. Because you've been able to consistently call him the right name. Anywho, LockBit ransomware gang appears to be targeting Macs for the first time. Over the last several years, LockBit has become one of the most powerful ransomware gangs. Gang. While it is focused on Windows, Linux, and virtual host machines, it looks like the group has developed its first ransomware for Macs. Discovered by malware hunter team via Brett Callow. What seems to be the first ransomware build designed for macOS to surface on the web. While it's not fully clear, it may also be the first time a major ransomware gang is targeting Apple devices. As a bit of background, LockBit is believed by security analysts to be a Russian-based group, as most of the members are Russian-speaking. However, the leader has said he operates out of the US or China. LockBit has grown as it runs a ransomware as a service operation. That approach means the group lets others use their ransomware for a price. It looks like this LockBit ransomware was created for Apple Silicon Macs, with the build name being Locker Apple M164. I mean, it makes sense if you're not going to have many Intel-based Macs out there anymore. I feel like people more often will exchange their Macs for better hardware more than like a Windows person would. So yeah, it kind of makes sense that they would tackle the M1 until AR Max is still good. Hit them up. I mean, but yeah, I mean, they could have sit there and, you know, hit the Intel Max, let it hit the Intel Max, and then let it run over Rosetta. We supposed to believe him? Admitting they are in the US? Sure. Yeah, let's say ooh, a lot of ARM shit. What? Wait, what? Curiously, while the M1 ransomware build may grab the most attention, a LockBit ransomware build is also showing up for PowerPC Max. But why? Who? What? Huh? What? Not what? Who is okay? Who's doing it? Who's running the damn PowerPC Mac on the internet? Like, I mean, is there any even like Mac OS doesn't even run on PowerPC Max anymore? Like, you are already sitting around with an out-of-date system. Like, you fuck 6 ways a Sunday and you running what? Why? Hey, look, if you're watching this on Chrome and you have not updated your Chrome browser, please do that right now. You know what? I'll wait a second. Don't forget there's still plenty of Windows XP out on the net. Nivix, see, because you came in here and dropped that news, I should remove you from my chat. I don't like this news being dropped on me. Oh no, I promoted the post instead. Damn. But yeah, in the process, we just gonna sit here and we're gonna wait while everybody updates their Chrome browser. I'm gonna catch up with chat. Manufacturing companies love their XP machines. To call, I made that same joke. I literally made that joke. I love it. You see, we here. Unfortunately, they are facts. I'm being serious too. Okay, y'all should have enough time to have updated Chrome by now. But in the event that you didn't, hey, there's another 0-day vulnerability for Chrome, and if you haven't updated, you should probably do that. Like, go just do that. This is the second time in a week that Chrome has had to release an emergency patch for Google Chrome.
Imagine if this were Stadia.
I mean, to be fair, it could have been Stadia. We just would have never known because, you know, they updated them in the background and we just launched. And then it's like, hey, you have the most up-to-date version of Stadia. Like, resist the urge to push that update back because this isn't something that you should ignore. Like last week's bug, it's being actively exploited in the wild, according to Google's post on the Chrome releases page. Unlike the other security bugs fixed in this update, which were reported by members of the Vulnerability Research Institute and paid out in $20,000 of total bug bounties, the critical flaw was discovered by Clement Lessig, of Google's Threat Analysis Group. It's been exactly 1 week since CVE 2023-2136 bug was identified, which is a pretty good turnaround for a company that's larger in dollar terms than several countries. Details on exactly how the bug is being exploited aren't available. Presumably, Google doesn't want anyone else joining in on whatever they've seen happening in the wild. I believe this does affect. I think it does affect Chromium browsers. I think it does, but I do not know off the top of my head. Okay, again, can we stop using the damn redirecting at stuff? Like, I do not understand why we constantly have to do this. Just give me the fucking link and let me click it, just go somewhere. Ugh. Damn, they don't pay their employees to find bugs.
Oop.
Oh, I can't go and check that out. That's a bummer. It just says for the stable and extended stable channels of Chrome. So it doesn't say if it's for any of the other browsers like Edge. Are the Steam version new enough to be affected? Yeah, I don't know if this is like this is Chromium, like it's built into Chromium, or this is Chrome. I know the last patch, I think, affected every Chromium based browser. Oh my God, stop. Please, for the love of God, stop using redirect links. I know you want to track shit, but I don't give a damn. Please, please, please stop doing that. I just want to click a link and go to a website. Oh my God.
I enjoy you so much. You will be like, I know why this is here, but also fuck you at the same time. It is a very consistent and amusing energy.
Indeed.
So yeah, it's still saying that it's Chrome and not Chromium based browser. So I don't know. All I can say is, look, anywhere that uses Chrome, just update it anyway. As a matter of fact, I probably need to update Chrome on my Steam Deck. Give me a second while I power into the desktop mode.
Not this.
Look, I'm gonna power into the desktop mode. So we'll pull up the little Arch Linux, and I'm gonna hit. Oh, look, I got some updates. Oops, pulling down some updates. Fetch some updates. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. The top one right there. Firefox is up there too. Oh, it's blurry. Oh, you know what? It's the Discord fuzzy thing. But Firefox and Google Chrome up there, so both of them need updates. I'm updating. There we go.
Welcome to Tech Talk Thursdays, home of a live demonstration.
Yep. Cool. My Steam Deck's gonna be updated with the latest version of Chrome. Again, I would say something. I would champion and use Firefox more if they allowed progressive web apps. I'm just saying. If Firefox allowed me to have progressive web apps, I will switch over to Firefox. All this new technology, why can't we just go back to remotes for the TV? You need a remote for everything nowadays. Your TV, your cable box, your sound system, your console, and your other console, and your PC sometimes, and your camera, and your cell phone. You need a remote for your cell phone now. Cell phone got so big you need a remote for the remote. It made no sense, but let's go phones with the IR. Oh my God. Took me forever to get that to work on my HTC, but when I did, I felt like I was king of the world. What, HTC? They're making the Vives. HTC is still relevant, just in VR. Only in VR. Okay. Now I included this one because I just felt this is so stupid. Not sure if you know. Oh, the IR blaster. Yeah, that's been a minute. Even I think I've seen that recently. Maybe it was on my Xbox. There's been a rash of bar thefts lately that have rendered people locked out of their actual Apple accounts. Like their Apple ID, iCloud, all that shit, they get locked out.
Okay, so we're gonna have to take that like a couple of steps back, right? What do we mean by bar theft? Are we talking about people being robbed while in a drinking establishment?
Yes. And they're being locked out of their Apple ID accounts. Now, as I tell people, words have meaning, and I am purposely saying these things. So I want you to understand that it's not that people are getting locked out of their cell phones. They're getting locked out of their Apple ID accounts.
Which means you can't get on your phone and you can't get on your computer when you get at home.
To reset the pin of the phone. So you just locked out. You just SOL. And if you locked out, you locked out. And like there's only 2 ways to get into your Apple ID account if you get locked out of it. Now, this article here is very deceptive in the fact that it's not about cell phone thefts and bars. It's not about how to protect yourself in a bar, because the answer to that is fucking simple. But I'll go through it. So the main headline that a lot of people have been posting lately is, as the sentence here says, as is often the case, the detail of the story is less dramatic than the headline. In this case, quote, the iPhone setting thieves use to lock you out of your Apple account. The Wall Street Journal opens with an example, but rather buries the lead. So I'm going to go to this last paragraph here. This is all because the thieves who stole Mr. Fresca's iPhone 14 Pro at a bar in Chicago wanted to drain cash from his bank account and prevent him from remotely tracking down the stolen phone. They used his passcode to change the 46-year-old's Apple ID password. They also enabled a hard-to-find Apple security setting known as recovery key. In doing so, they placed an impenetrable lock on his account. Can you tell me what could have prevented them from getting access to all of this?
Could I tell you? I certainly couldn't, because I am among the tech illiterate.
Kev, do you know what could have prevented this from happening? If somebody steals your, let's say, So this is specifically for an iPhone. If somebody stole your iPhone on a bar and they used it,
yeah,
to change your Apple ID password and enable a setting, what could you use to prevent this from ever happening altogether? Nivix, you're thinking too much. You're thinking too advanced. Diogen, no. CJ, no.
We're not like, for legal purposes, that is a joke.
Yeah. For legal purposes, no.
Ruin. Merge, you're actually wrong. There is a proven method.
To do what? Like, what is the thing that we're doing?
So the thing you would need to do is
no. What is the question that we're asking?
Oh, the question is, how do you keep someone from entering into your phone, changing your Apple ID password, and then locking you out of your Apple ID account? Oh, Tycho is so close.
I mean, wait, I guess the first thing is, like, don't you have like a whole like password thing you even have to deal with? But like, what are you talking about? Like face recognition?
Face ID, Touch ID.
Kev is actually right. Those are like the things you should be doing.
Yeah.
The thing is, make sure, even if you choose not to do that, make sure nobody sees you put in your fucking iPhone code. Right.
Don't show the passcode. That's another thing. Because there'd be many times where my Pixel will be like, "Hey, you just go ahead and put your passcode in, because
like, it didn't recognize your thumbprint." Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you restart.
Yep.
If you like do a restart, you have to put in your passcode. If you like do an update, you have to put in your passcode. But day-to-day stuff, it's the biometrics. It's Touch ID. It's like,
Merge. That is exactly what counts, because that's exactly what happened to this dude.
I mean, not to mention, me, because I'm just concerned about people being nosy in general. I have a whole privacy screen where you have to hold my phone at an angle that is damn near vertical to your face to even be able to read it. Otherwise, it just blacks out the entire interface.
Right. I mean, but if they can also see where your thumb is, they can pretty much guess it too.
Right.
Especially if your thumb was greasy, your phone is dirty, they can kind of see where you've pressed your code.
I mean, that's literally everybody. Who's out here? What?
Don't be Kanye. Don't be Kanye, who literally had a passcode on his phone, doesn't trust Face ID, but had a passcode on his phone that was literally all zeros.
Yep.
And he unlocked his phone on national television.
Right. And it was wild. Because I'm like, I wouldn't even put my passcode when I was on a date. Why the fuck would I do that shit in the White House on national television? Like, what would I need to? Why would I need to unlock my phone
to take a picture?
Not even like here's the wild thing.
It's Kanye.
A lot of like, I know I can't speak for the iPhone, but I can speak for a Pixel. My Pixel can allow me to take a picture.
Yes, my phone does too. The iPhone does too.
I don't understand.
I can't even customize it. You can't even customize on iPhone. It's always going to be photo and flashlight. I don't think you can customize those buttons.
No. Like I can't even use Google Pay without unlocking the phone. Like,
okay.
So again, I don't understand why would he decide. I don't know. Like, I don't understand why Kanye would decide. Well, I know Kanye.
It's Kanye. Maybe he wanted to post it in an app, and he wanted to post it directly into the app as opposed to just taking a picture and then posting it later. Okay, so to get to Tycho's question here, I'm gonna so he was saying that you still need the Apple ID password, maybe out of date, because I haven't had an iPhone in years. So they actually do mention it in that story of what they did. So they use something called recovery key. It is a feature in later versions of iOS to where if you lock yourself out of your Apple ID and you have recovery key enabled, all you need is the passcode to the phone to just reset the password to your Apple ID.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. Now, yeah, see, and it's supposed to be very, very helpful. The whole thing is, you know, don't be in a place where you need to put in your passcode, or, and I don't know, be like me. Okay, good. So I've done this enough to where it breaks. Alphanumeric, baby. Alphanumeric passwords. So yeah, that's how that works. Is like they pick up the phone, they know your passcode, they will go in, reset your Apple ID password to lock you out of your account, and they have your phone, so that way you cannot track the phone anymore because you cannot log in to track the phone.
That's fucking nuts.
Let's see, where did it go?
I do definitely remember hearing oftentimes when, you know, phones that have like either like carrier locked or like code locked, and they're basically like useless at that point.
Oh, here it is. It was actually the second password. He has offered to fly from Florida to Apple's California headquarters to prove his identity in person or write a check for $10,000 to reclaim the account. It holds the only copies of 8 years of photos of his young daughters. Now, he has committed another. He has committed yet another tech talk sin.
Excuse me?
Sin, like S-I-N. Can someone spot the sin that he created?
He didn't offload his phone.
He did not have any backups.
Yep. That's why every so often I just like say, all right, I'm gonna offload my phone, and then back up my photos into a file on my computer, and then also like take phones and then like upload them to like Google Photos or whatever. Upload some pictures to
my pictures go both to iCloud and to Google Photos. If I lose one, I have it in the other.
Yep. Because that way you're good either way.
Mm-hmm.
And again, also like just offload, just also make backups on your fucking on drives, like, because you can do that. There are drives that have like lightning connectors that you can just connect through SanDisk and copy that shit off of it.
There's no excuse. You don't even need cables. Just a computer wirelessly connects your phone
AirDrive
to your No,
AirDrops?
even better. Wirelessly, like, download. Make sure you have iTunes or music or whatever on whatever computer you're using.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it is connected through wireless, and you can do wireless backups to your local machine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, CJ, we don't do that. Don't do that. Look, hit me up if you want a Matrix server. You want PixelFed? Let me know. Don't put them in Discord. Don't do that. That's how all these Rent to Hitman folks got found out.
That's what I'm saying. Discord ain't as secure as you think it is.
But yeah, so again, as we had covered earlier, enabling Face ID and Touch ID so you don't use your passcode in public. Use the custom alphanumeric code to set a complex password. Always switch off your phone after using it. Okay, that. Do you mean power it down or just put it to sleep? Like hit the side button?
You know, I feel like we're overlooking a very important factor in all of this. Don't go outside. You know, I feel like none of this stuff would happen if you just didn't leave your house.
I mean, look, I've been trying to fight that. I was fighting that fight for like 2 years. I was fighting that for real for 2 years, and yeah, I did not win that fight.
It's just like, just don't go out. See, like, you see how it just, like, the problem just resolves itself? Don't go outside.
Unfortunately, see, you know how like you have that good idea and you think it's a great idea until you think of the way it can be abused? Because now I'm just thinking about the people you may keep yourself inside with, and now they have this knowledge, and if they know that passcode.
Do you mean my cat? Because no one
not
else
you specifically. I'm talking about those individuals who may have partners who may not be the healthiest. But again, that's what lockdown mode is for. That's what lockdown mode is for. Shut that shit down. Air gap your phone.
Lock it up. Put it away.
Air gap your iPhone. Isn't that just an iPod Touch at that point?
I mean, depending on how like weird we want to be about it, just literally go out here and be like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If this phone like gets out of a certain range away from me, it just, terrible things happen, and I am not going to say what the terrible things are in order to avoid issues with the terms of service of the twitch.tv website.
Wow. Let's see here. Speaking of devastating changes to things and things that people should not have access to, and the reasons why they said they should have access to them, the FBI and others urge Meta to halt encryption plans, citing child abuse risk. I want to drop kick whoever it is who keeps using the argument of children. Stop using them like your meat shield for wanting to spy on everybody else. Stop it.
And or every other shitty piece of legislation that has happened in the last 40, 40, it feels like, years at this point.
I swear, it's like the people who are making these arguments are the people I am trying to keep my children away from. It's about the children. But weren't you sitting there just dating like 14, 16-year-old girls in your home state?
I mean, since we're sitting here talking about it, didn't we just have, while we're sitting here talking about the things, right? You have a whole state that just decided that a 17-year-old can work at a bar and that the youngest working age that a child could have is 12. We're having that discussion right now.
I mean, the fact that I forget what state it was, they were sitting there arguing
whether or not a child could legally be married
reasonably
at about 12 or something like that. And there's I know people who did that and they're in a healthy marriage.
Yes!
And you're just excuse me, bitch, you thought this was okay to say on recorded television from a federal building?
Stop using children for your weak ass excuses to want to sit there and violate my civil liberties. What in the actual fuck? I do not understand why that is just the go-to. And for so many people saying we want to protect the children, you're defunding schools, you're not paying teachers enough to sit there and actually teach it, you're banning books, you're banning topics to be discussed. You're cutting like food funding for schools. But you out here spending your time looking out for kiddie porn?
No, clearly they aren't, considering where they're finding it, if we're being real about that.
Good point, because no, it's already on.
Because I mean, loudly as it has been shouted from from multiple floors of like House and like Senate representatives, they're just like, people got literally like caught with and convicted of things, and they are still here. Meanwhile, you're sending me home because I am being louder, like I'm speaking at a louder volume than you would like.
Because you turned my microphone off.
So this isn't a show that like those topics are out of scope for what Tech Talk Thursday is, but yeah, it's been a wild time around here. So while I was on vacation with like no signal and none of that other stuff except for like maybe like a crumb of Wi-Fi, it was a good time because when I came back here and found out how hard people had been wilding in my absence. People out here on like 2,000, not 10, not 100, like 1,000 at this point.
Like as a parent, this just makes me fucking upset, man. Like stop using my fucking child as your meat shield, man. Like what the fuck? What are we doing?
Because, you know, the thing that like me on the opposite, like on the opposite side of this, like look at this and go, there are things that you could do immediately that would help the lives of like children everywhere, and you refuse to do any of those things. But whenever y'all decide to like try to sneak something over here, it's something about the children. And it's just like, you mean the children that you are not, that you have been consistent in not helping? Because I would like to know.
Think of the children. Yeah, they're shooting up school, but what? But the kiddie porn could be on Facebook.
Well, you know something, it's one of those, it's a whole thing of saying think of the children until it then becomes thoughts and prayers, I guess.
Well, and see,
so Cal, listen, we're not gonna do it because if we get into that today, y'all won't know a moment's peace until 3 a.m. Kevin would like to sleep.
Y'all know I ain't got
my
shit
cat
to
is gonna start. My cat is gonna start yelling at me at 11:15 p.m. precisely.
But
so
I will sit here and give Sin just like a single feed on the screen. Walk away and we'll come back. It's like, oh yeah, he's still here. Just checking in on you, buddy. Just checking in.
Do you need some food? Do you need some water?
Oh man, I thought I actually had that set up. I didn't. Hold on, let me see if I can get that set up.
Because it's literally going to be me walking away from the screen and trying to go to bed and then coming back and saying, and another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ruin, here's the thing. I'm looking at all of this now with the hindsight of everything that has happened in the last like 3 years, just the last 3. As an example, and all that has happened in the last 3 is people being like, well, if y'all are going to keep telling us that we need to get better jobs to get better pay, I guess we're going to do that. Then people be like, people don't want to show up to work. No one wants to do anything. People are trying to unionize, and that's a problem, and all of this other stuff. And here we are 3 years later, and they were just like, but what if the children were over here gaining all of this precious experience? Again, the rest of my commentary will have to be off screen because this site has terms and has terms of service.
No, we can set some stuff up now. Don't forget, Major's House, we're really good at building bespoke solutions for streamers everywhere. And if we need to sit there and go off book, off script, and look, there have been worse places to allow people to say things, the worst things on the internet.
I'm just saying it would be kick, but with moderation.
Well,
Indeed.
are we really talking about like the plot of Holes? I never read that book.
Have you seen the movie?
No, haven't seen that either.
I mean,
Is that on Disney Plus?
It is.
It was a Disney original movie, I believe. Well, I think it was.
No, that was a theatrical release. That was a theatrical release.
It was a theatrical release, but it felt like a Disney Channel movie. It was good. It's good though. It's really good.
What was the last Disney live action movie that wasn't a live action remake of one of their animated films?
Zombies.
I'm sorry, what now?
Zombies.
That came out in a theater?
Oh, and not a theater. Oh,
yeah, I mean like big budget live action movie, like Freaky Friday or some shit.
Big budget live action.
Probably the Twins, like any of the Twins movies that they came out with
in theaters,
except for the Parent Trap.
In theaters.
In theaters.
I'm not talking about Disney Channel originals.
Not Disney Channel originals.
The Cheetah Girls.
That is Disney Channel original.
That was Disney.
Why
Channel
do I know so much of this?
Because you have children.
No, this is from my childhood. Thank you.
It came out in theaters. That wasn't like an animated live action. It wasn't like a live action. Yeah, see, animated. That's hard. Cause
Disney, if I can spell Disney right, Disney live action movies. No, damn it, that's a Tomorrowland. No, that says 2015. Okay, I need give me a list in the years they came out.
Are you talking about a non?
Oh my god, I swear.
Remake.
Like yes, a non-remake. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be Tomorrowland because that's the only thing I can think of. That was 2015. Damn.
Would Christopher Robin count?
Yeah, that would count because it's not.
I feel like that's an original. Well, okay, let's be the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Like recent?
Even though it's based off of Fantasia?
Yeah, that would definitely be one.
Also, I don't even see
National
Tomorrowland
Treasure
listed in this list. What the? Oh wait, these are live action adaptations and remakes. Okay, never mind. This is not even right.
I remember it was Artemis something. Artemis Fowl? That was the one. Hold on. God, that movie was terrible.
All they're making is like lists of remakes. I don't want the remakes.
Yeah, it was Artemis Fowl. That's what it was. That movie was 2020. I remember that now. I purged it, but I remember it was Artemis Fowl or Wrinkle in Time. But I think Artemis Fowl was the oldest.
Wait, prequel, sequel? Mufasa, The Lion King.
Yeah.
No, stop it. Shut up.
Hamilton does not count. Cruella, yep.
No, I feel like that wouldn't count. I'm talking like I need an original, and I think that's what I need now. I need like an original.
Original Disney movie. I think it's that is not a animated. God. That is not a live action version of an animated movie. List of all
Disney live action films in order. Yet again, still like this list is not complete. All Disney live action movies in list order.
Yeah,
because Tomorrowland is not on this list. Like,
right. So are you talking about a movie that was made by Disney?
Do I just need to look at a list of Disney movies?
So are you talking about a Disney movie that was not a live action version of an animated film, and that was not a Disney Channel original film?
Right.
Artemis Fowl. Okay,
so here's a fucking list of Disney films.
Artemis Fowl and Wrinkle in Time. Those were the two. I think Wrinkle in Time was 20. What was Wrinkle in Time? Wrinkle in Time had to be like what 2019, 2018.
No, gotcha. Strange World.
That was animated, man.
Oh, was it? Oh shit. There's no pictures here, man. I didn't know. I've never heard of this before.
I literally know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're talking about a live action,
yeah, that is definitely animated.
Yeah, if you're talking about a live action, like theatrical-ish release of a movie of an original property, it's either we're either talking Artemis Fowl or we're talking about Wrinkle in Time. That was me. Where was that? Now where?
Would you count Jungle Cruise in that?
Yeah, I'd count Jungle Cruise.
So Jungle Cruise is 2021 if we count Jungle Cruise.
Right, Jungle Cruise.
It is based off of a ride.
Right,
but not. It's not based off of anime. It's not a remake.
Right, it's not a remake.
So Jungle Cruise is technically. Wait. What was the one you said?
Artemis Fowl.
Artemis Fowl. Okay, so that's not this one.
Oh my God, Artemis Fowl is so bad.
Wait. Oh no. Oh wait, no. This seems like it's a Russian movie, but it is a Disney movie that is live action.
Yeah.
I cannot pronounce it for you. The Last Warrior, a Messenger of Darkness?
I've not heard of that.
It's Russian.
Oh.
But it is a live action movie made by Disney.
Was 27?
Oh, I was about to say cheaper by the dozen, but no, that's Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think that's a
No, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Okay. Yeah. So the wild part when I mentioned about Artemis Fowl was 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what happened 2020? But what happened in 2020?
If it was meant to be a theatrical release,
yeah,
I'll give you that.
Like I said, it was meant to be a theatrical release, but the way it was like, we'll just like it's coming to theaters, but it was like they didn't have enough faith in it and they pushed it out. And when I watched it, I literally knew why, because it was garbage. It was garbage, and I know the people who read the Artemis Fowl books were like livid because it was like, this is not even nowhere near like the books.
Yeah, so it seems like if we were to count, well, I mean the latest one,
right?
The latest one that came out would be Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. No, the latest one, if you were to count just every movie that Disney has made, would be The Last Warrior, A Messenger of Darkness, which was a Russian movie, but again, Disney still made it.
Yeah.
But the last one that was, I guess, worldwide would be Jungle Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, something is happening with fucking Pretzel, and I don't like it because it keeps pausing the music like it's like this connection issue. And I hate it because I don't like not music being like a music bed not playing.
Yeah.
Disney's a lot darker than I cannot look at them the same after learning about the real Anastasia.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did
Disney do Anastasia?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
That does not seem like a Disney movie.
It's...
Like that screams like, what was the other one? Anastasia. Are y'all sure about that?
Yeah. Because that was the one.
It's not on this list. Does it go by something else? Anna State.
How are you spelling it?
Anast. That did not look like, and what I remember, that is not a. That is. It did not look like a Disney movie to me.
It's either Disney or Don Bluth, because Don Bluth.
It says Don Bluth.
It's not
directed by Don Bluth and Gary Goldman. Doesn't say. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox, which Disney technically does own.
Yes.
But at the time of its release, Disney did not own it, so
no.
Because like those are the same people, like that like set of like people and producers are the same people who made Rockadoodle, that which looks like a Disney movie but is in fact not a Disney movie.
Right.
Yeah, so yes, Disney does own Anastasia now, but when it came out, that was it was wholly separate. That was Rupert Murdoch. Mm-hmm. Wow, we went on a tangent. Mm-hmm. Speaking of movies, though.
Wow, we did that. Okay.
I mean, because look, next up is Netflix. We know that it was supposed to be coming soon, but it has been delayed to sometime before July.
I just want to talk about how, to quote one Monique, see, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. This is this is why good things don't happen to you, Netflix, because you're out here making people miserable for no reason. Now look at you.
Mm-hmm. That part.
Let's see, Netflix is pushing back its plans to crack down on password sharing in the US until sometime before July. In an earnings report released on Tuesday, the streamer says it shifted out the timing of the broad launch from late Q1 to Q2. And to call, yes, of all the things I watch on YouTube, when I actually do look at YouTube, that's all anybody ever talked about. Two things are wrong with that, and if we want to talk about that for a second, one thing is the fact that they settled for almost half of what Dominion was asking for, and Fox News does not have to admit that they lied. That's one issue. Two, according to sources, they are planning to use that payout as a tax write-off. So they're saving on taxes for 2023.
No, I love this because someone was over here just like, well, surely like that amount of money is going to like make them like reconsider some stuff. And it was like immediately be like, oh, cool, tax write-offs because we're rich people. We know how to do that. Kind of like.
And number three, and this is really going to piss a lot of people off. If you have cable and do not consume Fox News, you're still paying that lawsuit for Fox News. So, I mean, if I was you, I'd be pretty upset because now there are three things that you fucked about because Fox News and Dominion decided to settle. Again, none of the other things will bother me as much if it meant that more of the Fox News personalities got dragged through the mud, had to sit in front of a courtroom or sit in front of a judge and jury and amongst the nation and have to say in no uncertain terms, because again, these are the same people who love the Bible and their good old Christian values, that they would not dare lie in a court of law while swearing on a Bible, that they fucking lied to millions of Americans. But no, we didn't get that, nor as a part of the settlement, we did not get Dominion saying, Fox, you need to own up to that shit. So yeah, Danny Murdoch, he kind of got sure, Dominion got paid. Whoop de fucking do. Welcome to capitalism. Who gives a shit? Rupert Murdoch made out like a motherfucking bandit because all he had to do was pay money, get a tax write-off, and doesn't have to admit he and his company did anything wrong.
Mm-hmm. They don't have to admit to it, but they sure as hell ain't gonna say nothing more. No more. The damage is already done. They just have to be like, yeah, we can't talk about Dominion ever. Like,
now, see, the thing is, the gag is, I am aware that is a thing that like the way that I am painfully aware of the fact that that's the exact kind of stuff that companies will do. They'll be like, we're going to pay a settlement, but also we're going to have everybody just sign like a little piece of paper right quick that just like, hey, you can't talk about it.
Nope. Because then it's all, because if all the people that really started this ain't going to be talking about it. The guests, we can't talk about. The guests, they can't talk about it. The pundits, they can't talk about it. The hosts, they can't talk about it. And you're gonna see a lot less of the Crazy Bird hosts that could kick this off just in case. So, I mean, yeah, capitalism be capitalizing.
Oh wait, hold on, I got you.
I was about to say, where is it?
Capitalism. Yep.
So yeah, like there is still the lawsuit against My Pillow guy. Also, don't forget Smartmatic is still out there.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing, was like, look, okay, you saw Dominion fold. Maybe y'all just talk to each other. They said, all right, dude, Dominion, you fold. We gonna clean back up. We gonna clean up.
Right.
We gonna bring it to court.
Mm-hmm. Because everything that we had saw, like from them text messages about how, like, oh, tell me how you really feel, that all was in legal discovery. And that stuff's still out there. And now we come in because it would have served him right to go ahead and settle before discovery. Be like, all right, what do you want? What do you want to make this go away? Because if you've ever watched any legal anything ever, if you've ever watched an episode of Scandal ever, or at least seen a couple of them clips on Instagram or them TikTok reels, the first thing that they would have done is be like, we need to settle as quick as possible. Don't let nobody get deposed. Don't let nobody do no deposition. Don't let nobody do any discovery motions. Before anything pops off, we need to go ahead and bury this as quickly as possible with as much money as we can muster. Because that's the name of the game. Because again, when you got money like that, that's the name of the game. But as soon as them depositions come out, when them text messages and them emails popped up, like you ain't got to see one episode. You don't got to see that many episodes of Billions or Succession to prove real good. Bobby Axelrod wouldn't have done that, and Papa Roy wouldn't have pulled that either. And Succession is pretty much the Murdochs.
Even though they're still talking about, like, they've been reporting that anytime that somebody mentions Fox News or News Corp without Murdoch, he skirts past that subject.
Yep.
And then tells people, look, my mom lived 103.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so you plan to just run this into the ground? Is that what you're doing? Oh.
So you just ain't, so you don't believe in none of your kids. Okay.
No, I also think that it's just, certain Republicans believing in something else that may happen before they need to relinquish anything. And boy, they becoming desperate.
It's the whole, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
And again, that's when people sit there, they talk about some apocalyptic or some rapturous thing that may happen. Said, look, y'all take that white people nonsense out of here. They're the only ones who believe that because they don't want to give up. And they feel like as soon as they lose, that's it.
The game's over with.
Everything was a fucking lie. So yeah, Netflix password sharing will be going away sometime before July. I really don't need Robo Murdoch like Robo Nixon. Look, with AI, you'll probably get Robo Murdoch. You know you will. Also, what is not in here, which I failed to add, but it was brought to my attention. Did you guys hear about this Love Is Blind reunion? Hear about this? You hear about that? How apparently a big old streaming company can run a live stream?
Or can't?
You hear about this? You heard about this in the news? You talking about this later in the news? Sorry, my Jay Leno is not the best.
You guys hear about this?
You hear about this? You hear about this? But yeah, so apparently this weekend was the Love Is Blind reunion special, which is supposed to be streamed live through the Netflix app. And boy, did they fuck that shit up.
They did. Totally did.
You thought my AI voice was acting up? No, that was just my terrible Leno.
Yeah. Terrible Leno. But
yeah, so I'm not sure who tried to watch that this weekend. I don't even have a Netflix a Netflix subscription, so I found out through TikTok when people thought they were just fucking up or that the internet was fucking up.
Yeah.
Because again, people expect a big company like Netflix to be able to fucking run a stream.
Yep.
Not be outdid by me. It's amazing how easy this is with nothing but a computer and a microphone and a camera and some lighting. Look at what I can do better than Netflix. I thought that was gonna get more of a reaction, but I guess not. All right, cool. I'm moving on. The joke landed poorly. I'm moving on. Because it's time for our favorite person. It's Musky Musk Hour.
I have been waiting for this petty moment to arrive.
So, wait, hold on. I gotta highlight this one right here. Ew. Okay, I need to get the Jesus and Mero soundboard.
What you need to do is just have a thing where you just go enhance.
What does that do? Wait, you can't read the text?
No, it should just make things bigger. I'm not looking at the text. I'm following along from home on like the different doc, but you should be just like, I should have a soundboard for doing this. I think part of the soundboard should just be enhanced, where you just focus on a thing on your screen and it just becomes larger when you point at it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It just does Control Plus in a browser. That I know this thing has hotkeys, but I don't know if it's like specific to an app, because if I'm not focused on the app, will it still do it? I don't know what Control Plus does in any other app that I can possibly be looking at right now. Twitter made it easier to harass transgender users. The platform quietly removed specific protections against targeted misgendering and dead naming from its hateful conduct policy. Twitter has quietly altered its hateful conduct policy to remove long-standing protections for its transgender users, as spotted by the nonprofit organization Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, or GLAAD. In a section that prohibits attacking other users with repeated slurs, tropes, or other content that intends to dehumanize, degrade, or reinforce negative or harmful stereotypes about a protected category, Twitter removed a line that specifically includes the targeted misgendering or dead naming of transgender individuals. I just now realized some of this might be personal. Because doesn't old Musk have a transgender youth?
I know that they have a youth who disowned them. I do not know.
I believe it was the same one. I think it's the same individual, right? I mean, if not, like I apologize. Do not mean to assume. I thought that's what it was. My apologies if that is not correct. According to what?
Yep, he does.
Go me, my memory. Oh yeah, and it is one and the same, correct?
What?
The individual who disowned Musk is the transgender youth.
Correct.
Okay. Look at me. I remember things. According to Wayback Machine, the inclusion of misgendering and dead naming was removed on April 8th, the day after Twitter announced it had updated the policy to clarify how it defines targeted harassment. The company had initially adjusted the same policy back in 2018 to better clarify that its protections against abuse apply to misgendering and dead naming. Glad describes the adjustments as the latest example of just how unsafe the company is for users and advertisers alike. CJ, if Mr. Beast is, more power to him. Good luck. That's just one cringe person to another cringe person, and yeah, I'm okay with that because I'm not on it.
I have some. Okay, so let me know when you get to this end of this article because I have something petty to add to this.
I mean, I pretty much am this. So this is the fuck around part, and I want to make sure people are aware that I said the latest example of just how unsafe the company is for users and advertisers alike. Just want to keep that in the back of their minds. But so
Oh, I mean, I know who you're going to talk about, and I want to wait until you talk about the particular advertiser you have in question.
Oh, so we want to get to the find out part.
Oh, well, like the thing is, there's a find out, but the find out has a subsection A that you're about to read and a subsection B that I read today.
Oh, so then let's get to subsection A of the find out. Elon Musk threatens to sue Microsoft because Microsoft's advertising platform announced it would stop supporting Twitter. Oh my goodness. Imagine.
Oh my God.
Oh, actually, this part has a subsection B and a subsection C.
What?
Well, we're gonna have to talk about two things.
Elon Musk is threatening to take legal action against Microsoft over claims that the company trained illegally using Twitter data. The billionaire statement came in response to a tweet noting that Microsoft's advertising platform announced it would stop supporting Twitter, reportedly due to Twitter's changes requiring payment to access its API. I bet you there were some other decisions, but hey, you know. Musk's threat is vague, but appears to be over OpenAI using Twitter data to train the large language model behind products like ChatGPT. Okay, then let's get through this. OpenAI obviously is not Microsoft, but it did recently receive a significant investment from the company, which is building AI into tools like Bing, Edge, and Microsoft 365. So many things here. As it states, Microsoft is not OpenAI. They trained no large language models, no AI. And again, Diogen, I believe you've hit the nail on the motherfucking head.
Diogen, this man stays upset and pressed like so many paninis of different qualities because he is just not included in things that he feels, I make enough money. I bought the company. Why don't y'all want to hang out? It's kind of like, because I don't know if you understand this or not, right? I'm going to try to help you. Elon, if you're listening to this podcast, whether or not.
Hold on.
I need to explain this to you.
Hold on. I'm actually going to do it now. I'm going to do it now.
Okay, what are we doing?
Damn, what fucking... Ah, shit. I forgot what source I'm using. Is it window capture? It is. Hooray. I found it.
Okay.
Nope, not yet. Sorry, it's going to be very, very ghetto. But there we go. All right, go for it.
Okay. Elon, listen to me carefully. Having money isn't a personality trait. People are not here, not because of any other reason, really, except for the fact that they don't like you. And the reason that people don't like you is because you do terrible things. Evaluate any of it. Any of it. You were just like, hey, I need y'all to move to an office. And then you let the office foreclose. So like, what is happening here? You like everything you have done from like from like stem to stern has been a giant fuck you to people, but then you asking when people go, okay, message received, why they're leaving the room, why they're leaving the platform, why they blocked you, why they don't follow you. I don't know what's not clicking for you. If I ask you, pay me $10 or get the fuck out my house, and then I go, bet and leave, why are you suing me? Make that make sense. But then again, should we be surprised when the only reason that this man owns this platform in the first place is because he couldn't just take an L and keep his mouth shut when people said, hey, if you want to be a part of the board and have controlling shares and stock and all of that, you might have to be subject to a couple of regulations about how you're allowed to conduct yourself in public space. Because that's how that started, by the way, in case anybody was wondering.
Yep.
I don't know, buddy. It'll get better from here, but I hope it gets better for you. I really do, but I feel like you're not going to have any friends before that happens.
I'm sorry, what was that, Kev?
It won't.
And I don't hope it gets better.
No, I'm saying it won't get better for him.
No, I'm saying, and I hope it doesn't get better for him. I am actively rooting against it getting better for him.
So this is a thing. It's a point of order for me. On the one hand, right, I want shitty people to stop being shitty before they catch hands, because the thing is, if you don't stop on your own, other people might stop you in ways that you do not like. It was the polite way to say what I'm thinking. So that's the thing, right? I just want people to not be terrible. That being said, in lieu of people not being terrible, I am more than happy to advocate for very severe consequences.
Yeah. No, he's had too many chances.
Mm-hmm. He's never not had one, if we're being real about that.
Again, that's why I'm hoping that you. Is this why I'm hoping you understand why I could not let that guy? I couldn't let that shit go with that guy. Was like, look, dude, like to have him set him aside. It's like, look, dude, maybe you made a mistake. Said no more slaps on the wrist for this man. Stop it. No, he fucked up. And he should just be able to eat those consequences. We don't need another CEO say, hey, guy, I see you're having a tough day. Do you maybe want to apologize? No.
Well, you know something? The CEO conversation that you're talking about is subsection C of the petty things I would like to mention today.
So let's get to B. So we get to C. I'm excited now. Oh, I like this grin on Sin's face. I'm like kind of excited about this.
But first, we have to get through like the section that you're on. Are you like? Did y'all have anything?
The fact that Musk just wanted to sue Microsoft because they were like, "Oh, you blocked access to the API," and then they're like, "Well, fine, we'll sue you for training OpenAI." Like, we didn't do that. That ain't me.
Listen, let's talk about like. He didn't know a world famous designer was working for his team and what their contracting terms were. So I mean, Reading is fundamental, but apparently not for him.
He's too rich to read. But yeah, Sam, before you get to B, I see there is a comment in here from CJ. It is a gaming related comment, but I guess since we were talking about Microsoft, you're seeing Windows is making an official handheld mode for Steam Deck. That is not true. We covered that last week. That was apparently somebody looking at Reddit, running with the story, and then everybody running with the same fucking story. Well, no, it wasn't from Reddit. It was some leaked document from a hackathon. And the Reddit part comes in where the dude who made the thing at the hackathon last year, September of last year, was like, yo, dog, I don't even work for the company anymore. But hey, if y'all want to sit there and make enough noise where Uncle Phil would love to get involved and want to bring me back to Microsoft, maybe we could talk some things out. But yes, that mode that you're talking about does not officially exist. That was never a thing. It was just a hackathon project that somebody was working on a few months ago.
A moment of silence.
Yes, because I was really excited about it. Sorry.
All right. So,
Part B.
Section B.
Do you have links for these?
Huh?
Do you have links for these, or are these all anecdotal?
Oh no, they're not anecdotal. Like, I think they're out there, but I didn't get links for them because I'm just like, the thing you were talking about this, and I was like, oh, that reminds me, because you said things about Elon. So
let me see if I
second
can
thing
find
was
them while you talk about them.
Hey everybody who bought this one is addressed and goes out to all of the people who bought verified status on twitter.com and paid money for the status on twitter.com. I would like y'all to know that there are some celebrities that have been gifted a verified status that is being paid for by Elon himself, because they were just like, listen, if you're gonna charge me for something that I went through the effort and got on my own merit for free, I'm not going to do it. And these people were just given a check mark. Some of them who actively refused. People like Stephen King and LeBron James. That is a thing that is now happening. Homie set up a whole thing, tore down a whole system of verification, and then said, I am going to buy verification status for people under the assumption that I'm assuming that they will speak well of me for doing so. And they were just like, I didn't ask for this. I literally didn't ask for this. And I asked you not to do this. So why are we here?
So yeah, you essentially merge. Mama, what is this? You got money to verify multiple people, but not to keep your building running, not to keep the lights on, got your furniture being sold on the discount section of Amazon. Or he could have saved money by not taking the verifications that people earned in the beginning. Like
everyone told you not, everyone told you not to do it. You did it, and then it came back to bite. And now you're just like,
and it's like we said these are the things that are going to happen. That's when we start getting the parody accounts of Eli Lilly, and that happened. And so what happens? He takes it away, and guess what happens? Now nobody is verified. And everybody can be whoever they want to be now.
No, literally people decided to be like wildly inflammatory people and just say, by the way, they got on and someone decided to be a parody account of people who were extremely racist and other things. And we're just like, yeah, we're kind of terrible people. And we're sorry that we've done these things and stuff. And it's just been really funny to watch.
It's like the thing that I saw earlier today where it was we are the New York City government, and this is our real authentic post, and then under that says, no, we are the New York government, New York City government, and this is our official page. And so now it's like, how do you know?
But now it gets even better, because in addition to how do you know, because it's almost impossible to with the way things are, in addition to just how do we know, here's the other thing. Now we definitely can't know, because Elon is literally buying verified accounts for people.
Right. So now it's like, oh, is it they had it? Did they pay for it? Or did Elon do it?
Just like, now you got people just like, I know that people are at the ready, champing at the bit to clown somebody and be like, the only reason why you got that account is because Elon bought it for you. I can't wait to see how that whole fiasco goes down, because it is certainly going to be one.
I love this one right here from Stephen King. My Twitter account says I've been subscribed to Twitter Blue. I haven't. My Twitter account says I've given a phone number. I haven't. And then
Elon replied to that and said, I did that, namaste. Like, the
what can I say except you're welcome.
You. I just see this. You see
you're
this.
Welcome.
Fuck you.
I'm like,
you're welcome. Fuck you.
Yep. How embarrassing.
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
Are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing.
And again, I love Merge's comment so much, I have to put it back up again. It needs to live on the screen again. He got verified money, but not rent money.
No. Because again,
I need, you know what? This is going to be another one of those shows where, like, I don't care when I post the links to the show, it is always going to have that quote. I am going to attribute the quote to Merge. Like, I just need that to exist. He got verified money, but not rent money.
Rent money. Also,
can I clip that? I'm clipping it. I needed to clip. I needed that on a shirt. I need that on a shirt.
What you do is West Coast Sid said.
West Coast Sid said. But see, that's the we have learned multiple times when it has come to billionaires.
Like
when it comes to million and billionaires, is they have no friends. They have no friends. Like, they have nobody that's in their lives that will love and support them and to tell them to not do these things.
But the thing is, their wealth. The thing is, it's still not about friends for him.
Well, the thing
it's not about friends. It's about, I need big name people to stay on this platform.
He doesn't.
Well, you know, so here's the thing, right?
Look, as Sin says, Merge doesn't, West Coast Sin doesn't like when I put his posts on the screen, but West Coast Sin doesn't like it, but East Coast Merge, I'm pretty sure doesn't mind.
I do not at all.
East Coast Merge says, but he's trying, Kev.
Here's the thing.
But he doesn't.
But he's trying, Kev.
But he doesn't.
But he's trying.
But he does not.
Here's the thing. It's one of those things of, I don't even want to say, like, being semi-serious. Like, I'm going to be serious here because the humor, like, the joke's just right itself. Like, I can't be entirely serious about this even if I tried. But this is what happens when you have a person who has grown up in a world where they truly have not experienced a problem that they cannot solve with money.
Right.
He really thinks that he can just be like, you know what, I'm going to buy this. Like, you know what, this is the kind of person, and I'm only saying this because I know every black person in here can relate. You are like, it's like dealing with that same kind of person who like says something that's like very hurtful, very offensive, whatever. And what they do is they try to buy you stuff instead of just apologizing to you for what they did.
You hungry?
And it's like, it's just me sitting here and thinking like, how sad is this actually that you were sitting here and just throwing money at things, including people, and people are just like, I need you to understand that this is not a problem that money can solve. You, as a human, are a piece of shit. So we're piecing out. Like, that's how that works. Blocked, delete, do not contact. And he's just like, but wait, with money in his hand, waving at people who are just walking out the door. Amazing. Speaking of, because I said there was a subsection C, this is both a, I cannot believe this is actually happening, and a fuck you to Jack Dorsey specifically.
Opening up another Chrome window.
But see, in that respect, it's like
so,
Jack's like, I got your money, man.
Well, like, have y'all heard of a social media platform called Blue Sky by chance?
Oh, you mean fake Fediverse, fake Mastodon?
They're trying their level best, and it's one of those. You like left Twitter to do this because you were just like, Twitter is this thing and it shouldn't be this thing and it should be different. And here's the thing. You own the platform and you had the ability to make those things happen, and you left it in the hands of this man and then have the nerve to sit outside the glass house that you built and throw rocks at it. I am very confused.
So I would put it like this. I don't think that Blue Sky would have existed if it was not for Elon. I don't think so. Like, because think about what Dorsey was doing before all this went down. He was all in a Web3, blockchain, all that dumb shit, right?
I mean, it might still be.
He is. He definitely is. But it was a thing of like, he convinced, like, yes, he did convince Musky Musk to buy Twitter. But Dorsey had nothing to do with Twitter at the point of that transaction outside of telling Musk he should buy it.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I mean, and it was the thing like, yeah, when it all happened and like, yeah, when people were getting laid off, it's like, Dorsey's like, oh, I fucked
No, like this. No, like this.
Not like these. Not like this.
What's going on, Bobby? Zach, how you doing? I don't know why I unlocked this phone, because now all the damn notifications are just gonna start playing.
Yep.
I'm an idiot.
That's wild though.
I'm gonna put this on.
But like, just the, like, so I saw someone go, I would like more friends on Blue Sky. What is this? I was in the UK last week. I will be making a return visit at some point. But yes, I was in the UK last week. That's where I was on vacation. That's why I was not here. But they were just like, is anybody else on Blue Sky? I would like more friends on there. And so I'm like, Blue Sky, what is this? And you know, like me having experienced all the stuff that I've experienced from like Twitch, Twitter, all this other stuff, started being like, okay, but who's behind this platform? Let me make sure I'm not stepping in anything. And found out it was owned by Jack. And then I was just like, wait, what? And then I saw like all this stuff talking about decentralized, and I'm like, you mean Mastodon? Because Mastodon's right there. So what are we doing?
All right, so Blue Sky is an initiative to develop a decentralized social network platform. We already have one, but okay. That's definitely organized by Twitter as a spin-out organization. Oh. It was announced in 2019, hired its first employees in 2021, and incorporated as a separate public benefit company the same year. Oh.
You see why I'm just over here like subsection C. Do you see this bullshit?
Yeah, so I'm just, no.
So between the thing happening with Microsoft And even Jack being like,
oh, it's the AT protocol. That's what he's doing. Cause yep, at Twitter. Yep, that's right.
Jack was over here on the side of the road looking at looking at everything on fire, being like, oh girl, this is embarrassing. Anyway, blue sky, y'all should check it out. And just like kept it right on moving. And then to find out at the end of all of this is the icing on the cake to my day that Elon has found some high profile celebrities who have very specifically spoken out about ever spending money on this platform to be recognized as an important or celebrity figure, only to find out that there is a list of them of indeterminable size and probably growing of accounts that he is allocating money to spend to make sure they have a verified account. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. That's it. That's everything for today. That's everything I have for right now. It'll probably be worse by the time we come back here next week.
Yeah, there'll be more shit on fire. Yep.
Because what did the prophet say? The prophet said, "You let that shaman once, so you know he's gonna shenan again."
Wow.
Yeah, man, shenan once. Best believe he gonna shenan again.
That's so.
Truer words have never been spoken. I tell you.
Nope. I ain't touching shit. Fucking Jack Dorsey touch ever again. He burned me once. He ain't burning me again.
See, Major said, "Okay,
I don't know. I don't
Major
know.
said,
He was
Major
all right.
said, "Shenan me once."
I guess I don't know.
Major said, "Shenan me once." All right. But twice? No, absolutely not.
Shenan me once? No. Shenan again? No.
St. Clinton, yo, welcome to the stream. I randomly came across your account today. You had tweeted. Jeez, Lord help me. Slip of the tongue there. You posted about the color, the use of color in Black Panther. I was like, that's nice. I was like, where did I find it? Like, who posted about this? And I saw it was you. I was like, oh, hey, St. Clinton. In more news, in more tech news, Stability AI announces new open source large language model. Of course, we talked about open source models last week. Apparently, this one I feel like is important because this is the same organization that does Stable Diffusion. So they are now giving me something that I want and not the AI art generation that I don't want. So yeah, we're getting closer and closer to open sourcing a lot of these large language models, a lot of this AI stuff, hopefully to kind of be able to inspect what's happening within it. Did you see Dolly was recommending renting A100s for the, oh wow. No, I did not see that. And I ain't got that. So, I guess I just won't be using Dolly. I tried to get whatever Stability AI was doing to work through their Hugging Face thing, but it wouldn't load properly for me. I might try it again later. It's open source, but it ain't cheap. Yeah. I was reading an article about ActivityPub from I think it was The Verge that came out today, and the best article about ActivityPub that has been released since this whole shit with Twitter. And even in, I mean, I have to admit with them too, it's not cheap to do this shit, but that's why you sit there and, find people who are willing to help you do this and you pay them, because it could be a lot more expensive either financially for you or just with your data or with your sanity or just your personal safety if you still decide to be on Twitter. And one such person who is able to help you out with those needs is me, Marcus Summers, Major Linux. I know we skipped ad reads last week because I forgot and Sin wasn't here to force it. So I was like, yep, we're just going to skedaddle on to gaming news. But
wasn't here to force what?
This ad read about majorshouse.com and all of the service that I can provide to you as a content creator, small business, or just a personal person.
You know,
between
my favorite
websites,
thing about this.
Yes.
My favorite thing about this statement so far is that I haven't forced it today either. Just my presence here is enough to remind you. You've
not forced it since you wrote it, since you wrote the base one, and I just been kind of ad-libbing because it is easy to do. It's just that I did not think about it last week because you weren't here. I mean, granted, even though it does say brought to you by majorshouse.com in the title to the stream. But yeah, offering websites, email, Nextcloud instances, or even your own personal Fediverse application. Again, I personally believe in the single user instance of Mastodon or whatever else you would like to use, like Misskey, Cowkey, Pleroma, however the fuck you pronounce that, or many of the other microblogging servers that you can use to plug into ActivityPub. Just to do enough to get away from the toxicity of Twitter, the what the fuckery of Jack Dorsey and Blue Sky, the is it up or is it not up of Hive, the weird quasi neoliberal site of Substack and their notes feature, or many of these other centralized platforms where as soon as money shows up out of nowhere, even though they promise that they won't do anything to fuck you over now, they'll definitely fuck you up later. But with the centralized services like Mastodon and everything you can find on the ActivityPub, you are in control. You run your own instance. You can help build your community on the free and open web. And I can help you. Of course, you can go to majorshouse.com. You can click that contact link and you can reach out to me through email, through Mastodon, or even through Matrix. That's right. I even have a Matrix instance. I can help you build that too. It can't receive or make phone calls, as the call has pointed out to me so many times and has shamed me, not really, but has shamed me into thinking I should fix. But hey, we have all those things and they're available to you. All you have to do is reach out, majorshouse.com. Now, I'm gonna stop tapping my microphone and we're on to gaming news. Oh, but Stability AI is still here. Ta-da! Buy for ticket, yes, we can. Yes, we can. And that's actually something that I have been thinking about. So I'm going to do the thing and have yet to do the thing yet. I wish I knew how to kick out to a feature. Look, I already typed it, so I'm sending it. Let's see here. In gaming news, initially I was going to come here to say that ray tracing disappeared from Resident Evil, but it's back. It's upsetting that some folks are treated horribly here. Oh, most definitely. And the fact that I've done it twice, the fact that I've created a separate instance twice to prove that I can do it, like now I'm just done trying to prove it. It's like, look, if you want it, we can get you set up so you can have it. Just let me know. I'm tired. 35 years old, man. I ain't got time for this bullshit no more. Again, like with Twitter was the last straw. If you were fucking tired of the bullshittery, the fuckery that's going on the platforms that, people who do not look like you run and seem to have a stranglehold over, but you aren't making the moves to leave, ain't much I can do for you. Cause I am happy where I am. I'm happy where the fuck I am. I ain't gotta deal with that bullshit. That's on y'all. Y'all want to deal with that middle language? That's on y'all. The fact that he keeps removing protections and y'all just want to stay. Look, I know a lot of trans folks on Mastodon. They are thriving. I really thought that, I just happened to be federated with a trans instance on Mastodon before I realized, oh wait, no, trans people built fucking ActivityPub. They were there already.
As with most things involving like all of those communities and communities like Road, it's kind of like, you'd be surprised. We built that stuff. It's just sitting there.
Fucking refreshing.
But it's also just nice to just be somewhere where you can just mind your business and people leave you alone.
That part. Just that part. The whole point. That part.
Join us. Or join me on Mastodon.
Okay. But that part.
Kev was on there more often now. But it's mainly because I tag him and shit. But
the only reason why I'm on Mastodon is because you're like, dude, get on Mastodon. And I'm like, fine. But that's it. At the end of the day, all everybody wants is to just be a person on an internet, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Hive, the corner grocery store, the Walmart down the street, or the Kroger at anything. The only thing that is the point to me is just people being able to be people at all manners of time and space. That's it. The end of the story. Mastodon, whatever. But still, humanity has to exist and be good in all ways and places. Done. Next story.
Unless you're fascist, and no.
Next story.
Then you're just done.
That's at that point, it's not even kicking rocks, it's kicking boulders. Please and thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I hope you stub your toe every time.
Wow. I hope you do more than that.
I'm not allowed to say more than that, according to the service of this website, which, only
look, I don't know what happens to the boulder.
Next story.
I don't know what happens to that boulder. It's a nice boulder.
Speaking of boulders, Resident Evil.
This is Resident Evil 5. I'm still upset that they're going to remake that. Like, wow, that's a racist ass game.
They're going to remake it.
I don't like it.
They're going to remake it, but they're going to make it
like it.
They're going to make it more hopefully culturally appropriate.
They won't.
Will they?
No.
I don't know. But it's going to happen.
Have you talked to the Japanese lately? Have you? The only people who are doing it right is Namco. They gave us the Grandmaster of Drip.
The Grandmaster of Drip, yeah.
Ooh, Kiryu?
No.
Leroy.
No, Leroy, sir. Leroy Jones.
Master
is it Leroy
of
Jones, Leroy Williams? Shit.
I think it's Williams. Hold
is
on.
It?
Let me double check. I'll just say, let's start with Leroy from Tekken.
Yeah.
Leroy Tekken. And then we're going to work our way over to Leroy Tekken 8.
Leroy Smith. Boy, we were just all off.
Smith. That's a pretty black name. I ain't gonna lie. Master of Wing Chun.
I'm sorry, I have to just show it. Like, come on, man.
When he basically does this move where he just like hits it from up, that is my favorite part. Because it's just that level of
look at this man.
And it's like, I mean, again, when he's like training with the practice dummy,
look at this,
and he just goes like this upwards. That's my favorite. That's my favorite right there.
Like when I saw that,
Grandmaster.
When I saw that, I was done. Like I was on. Like I'm never on the fence about buying Tekken. I love Tekken. I am a Tekken fan. But it's like this right here, man. It's like, you know what? I don't know. Just because of Grandmaster, I might just main Leroy. Because I just want to go into a fight as the Grandmaster of Drift. If I play Tekken 8 and somebody has a custom version of Leroy and he does not look like the default stock model, if he does not look like this, the actual Grandmaster of Drip, I will disconnect and take a loss because I am so sorry I am not fighting. If you are not playing as this man, looking like this man right here.
And he just hits it like that. And it's just like, yep, that's it.
Look at this man.
He just bops it up. That's as if like, yeah, I've done that.
This right here, this man. Fucking American icon. Look at this man.
This man is culturally appropriated. He's culturally appropriate on both of his styles. As an old black man,
he is culturally appropriate.
As an old black man, as a Wing Chun master, he is exactly what you would hope a black Wing Chun master to look like.
Like this man is just culturally appropriate.
And he's got my man's got his chains, he's got his rings, he's got a really, really amazing set pair of dreads. Like the dread game that articulated well. I mean, it's dope.
This is how you do black hair. Look at this man. Look at this man.
Incorporates the cane into a Wing Chun.
Like he looked like a dude you just see on the side of the street, just hollering. Just like, let me holler at you.
Except
that Wing Chun on
all chase none. And has a dog. What?
He does look like George Clinton if he had great. Come on, man.
Yeah, he is George Clinton. If George Clinton was a Wing Chun master, I mean, you can't tell me no different. I'm like, we gotta talk about him doing a 1-inch punch on the law of all. Yes, just like, bah! And I'm like,
dang, it only says that he's from New York. We don't know what borough. But if you had to guess what borough Leroy was from.
Queens.
The Bronx.
I would say the Bronx too.
I would say the Bronx. I feel.
Oh, that man. You know what? Takal might be onto something.
That man from Harlem. So Brooklyn, right?
No, Harlem is Harlem.
No, Harlem's part of the boroughs, man.
Yes, not Brooklyn. Harlem is Harlem itself.
Harlem is not a borough.
It's not. I thought it was.
No,
you know what?
Not.
I think I'm gonna say it is. I'm declaring it right now. Harlem, you're your own borough.
Harlem's not its own borough. Harlem's in Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
I'm declaring Harlem its own borough.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, I can do what I want, but it doesn't make it true. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, I'm going with Sin said and Bifeteki said. So
yes, again, I know. Why can't I declare things on my own damn show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harlem is black as fuck, boy.
It's like I was wrong with the borough that I was, and then Major was wrong that Harlem was a borough.
See,
that's because I believe in my heart of hearts that Harlem is its own borough.
Gosh.
Oh, that's right.
You know
Yeah, I
something?
forgot.
I don't have
Harlem did get gentrified lately. I forgot. Yeah. It was. Yeah, it was at one point.
Gentrification.
We need a Karen for that one. You all right, Sid?
We have enough of them. We don't need any more.
We need a picture of that couple that was on that lawn during the BLM protest.
Yeah. That was funny. But I always laugh when it comes to gentrification. Like when gentrification is slow, but that's when you get people that's when you see a lot of people getting robbed. Like, oh my God, they stole my iPad and my MacBook, and because again, gentrification is slow. You moved in, but you didn't move out the crime. So that's what happened.
Well, like, here's the problem.
No, I feel like when they moved in the crime, because at a certain point you ain't need to. Things were affordable.
Well, you know something? I have
like I say, when you go into areas that are being gentrified, you're coming in with things that people do not have access to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You created the crime. You created crime with gentrification.
Right. So you come into an organization, you come into a place where there are very expensive items.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the people who were committing the crimes were already there. You moved in, and now you're complaining about crimes. I wonder why. You made it very expensive to live here, and now they have no choice.
No, you're a target.
I mean, that too.
You coming in with shit people ain't seen, and then you coming in with easily fensible items.
And you made this Whole Foods.
With that mentality. Yeah, with that mentality of nobody's gonna rob me because I'm close proximity to the police. But you are not in the area that has been fully gentrified yet.
Okay, see, here's the other thing too. Y'all forget the very black adage of, okay, so you can call the police, but you have to make it to the phone.
or there's going to be a long time before they get here.
Yeah, response times for NYPD today are.
That's what I'm saying. You're calling in the mentality of a Central Park West or full Manhattan, but then when you pull up in the hood.
I'm sorry. You know what? I've been seeing a whole bunch of TikTok like clips of podcasts lately. And I'm just thinking, man, imagine if we were all three of us were in the same fucking room, man. We ain't getting shit done.
No, we wouldn't.
We ain't getting shit done.
Nah.
And I only say that because ray tracing is coming back to Resident Evil 2 and 3.
As I called the move on, and then it was like, no, we're gonna keep talking. Grandmaster of Drip, and then we start talking about Leroy. So
Boulder. So for some strange reason, there was apparently a bug in Resident Evils 2 and 3 where ray tracing was removed from those games. Capcom recognized the issue and have released a patch to put ray tracing back in. So they took the light away and then they brought the light back. Microsoft announces April's next wave of Xbox Game Pass games. Minecraft Legends is now part of Game Pass. Of course, Coffee Talk Episode 2 and Medieval Dynasty joined today. Tomorrow is Homestead Arcana. April 26th is Cassette Beast. April 27th is Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle Special Edition. And The Last Case of Benedict Fox. And on May 2nd, Redfall.
Yeah.
For cloud, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. Of course, the games leaving Game Pass on April 30th are Bugsnax, Destroy All Humans, Dragon Quest Builders 2, Tetris Effect Connected, and Unsold. Mm-hmm. And speaking of things, I can't remember who it was who mentioned the game what was it? Uncorded or some shit? unrecord or oh, there was a trailer that dropped today about a game that is from the point of view of police body cam footage. And I don't know how to feel about that.
Unrecord.
Unrecord. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Mm.
Have y'all seen this trailer?
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it again because I feel like just it existing. I was wondering how did this. I get how it's on Steam because at a certain point I feel like Steam just does not care sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like, how did this get on YouTube? This just does not seem right. Because once, like, the initial part of that trailer, it looks fucking real. But then as it progresses and you get closer to objects, you can see, okay, yeah, this is definitely a video game. But the initial breach scene when they were outside and they walked in the building, it looked like they were in some wooded area and that shit looked real as a motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, whew. Yeah, if you want to check that out, go check that out. I'm not putting it here. I'm not listening. It's just that threw me for a fucking loop today. First PlayStation Plus games catalog title for May 2023 revealed. Humanity releasing day and date on PlayStation Plus and for PS4 and PS5 on May 16th. You play as a Shibu Inu, and I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. As you heard, these lemmings like humans to a certain point in the game, and wow, this just looks weird. Apparently, this is also going to be on PlayStation VR and PSVR 2. Well, speaking of boulders rolling on people. But yeah. This is from the same people who make Tetris Effect Connected. Also coming to PlayStation Plus. Actually, oh, this is just more humanity. Oh, wait, hold on. I think the list is, yeah, this one was the list. No? Damn, actually, I just had 2 articles that just talked about humanity. So yeah, if you've got a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, you can enjoy some humanity. Sega buys Angry Birds maker Rovio for £625 million. Or 706 million euro. Thoughts?
I mean, Sega will have like a foothold in the mobile space, which is pretty lucrative. So you'll probably see a bunch of like free to play gacha type Sega games, sticking with jiggies. So it's interesting.
Sam, what do you think about this?
That's where I'm at.
So Verge says it's about 10 years too late for Rovio to be relevant, but okay.
I'm with Merge on this, yeah. Because it's Angry Birds. It's like, okay.
But what if this is them trying to get past Angry Birds and now they have funding to do so?
But they're gonna make whatever Sega tells them to make. So it's gonna be
right.
Like
well,
Sonic,
I mean, that's the point.
Sonic, like Forever Runners or whatever.
Yes, Takal did say this in Discord, and it's almost like I set up that trap card to see if other people still have that thought. Because again, like what I mentioned in Discord, what Takal was the fact that this is essentially like Sega buying a mobile game studio.
Yep.
Not the fact that they're buying Angry Birds to try to make Angry Birds again. I really think that, yeah, they're just like buying a whole bunch of mobile developers to just develop mobile games for Sega because sure, in the US, and especially for us, like given the market that we're in, we don't give a shit about mobile games. There are still people in the US who do, excuse me. But then to also look in other countries. In Japan, South Korea, they still care about mobile games. In India, that's still a big mobile phone market. Where people, like, again, like we're moving to a society where people don't have desktops or laptops to access the internet to find their entertainment, to play their games.
Mm-hmm.
This is where mobile phones come into play. And I imagine Sega buying Rovio puts them in a better position to compete in the mobile game space.
Mm-hmm.
While we're sitting looking at Activision Blizzard and will they, won't they with Microsoft and what Sony's fucking doing, because we're all talking about Call of Duty, do not forget that King is also a part of this acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think that Microsoft cares about Call of Duty as much as they care about fucking King.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that. But again, Sega's been doing pretty good lately. Why not actually buy a studio and then let them manage themselves?
Mm-hmm. Be like, hey, here's some projects we want you to do that are Sega based, and they do it, and it's like cool. Then they just make whatever, honor their obligations, and then you have free reign to do whatever.
I mean, there's also this too. For Sega's part, it reckons the mobile game market is projected to account for 56% of the global gaming market overall by 2026. So buying Rovio is an attempt to strengthen its position there. While Rovio is of course best known for Angry Birds, sounds like Sega wants to use the company to help make mobile games based on Sega intellectual property. Quote, through the acquisition, the company aims to take in Rovio's live operated mobile game development capabilities and expertise of mobile game operation to accelerate the development of mobile compatible and multi-platform supported version of Sega's existing game IPs, thereby strengthening and further accelerating global expansion of Sega's game portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Sega said it will help Rovio expand beyond mobile gaming. Quote, Rovio is aiming to expand its platform outside of mobile gaming, and Sega will actively look to support this process through its capabilities, end quote.
Mm.
So again, like I said before, they're bringing on Rovio to do Sega's bidding. Like I imagine, like instead of like on top of runners, again, like they have Sega All-Star Racing. You can sit there and bring a specific mobile version of Sonic to mobile phones.
Imagine if they brought like a mobile version of Columns.
I have no idea what the fuck that game is.
Puzzle game. It's a Sega puzzle game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Altered Beast.
Mm-mm.
They just remake Altered Beast for iOS and Android. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that.
No, we don't want that now.
Damn, what the fuck was it? I mean, yeah, I mean the fact that like you've got like the ROG with the ROG Phone 6 now, I think it is, where it's like literally a phone that has a fucking fan attachment. Again, we are now talking about liquid cooling cell phones with the OnePlus 11. They are clearly making super, super powerful phones. Look at what Apple is able to do with their silicon chips compared to their counterparts with Intel, AMD, or even Snapdragon. Ultra Boost and Shenmue are the two games that Sega had that translate to modern games with no work, and they messed up both. And they messed both up. But he's like, yeah, like Rovio could sit there and make these newer games for these more powerful smartphones that are different to develop for than the Xbox or PlayStation or the Switch or the PC. Not to mention the fact that Sega saying, hey, if people at Rovio want to do other shit, we'll help them do other shit. If they have an original IP that they want to bring to us, we'll enable them. So, I mean, we consider say Rovio was a one-trick pony back like 10 years ago. But I mean, people technically still know about, people do still technically play Angry Birds. Ain't nobody talking about Candy Crush, but guess what? Microsoft won king. And speaking of acquisitions, and yes, Nicole, I know you had mentioned there was another acquisition that happened today. Oh, what was that Firewall or some shit like that that Sony had picked up? So there's that one. As the Epic acquires Horizon Chase Turbo developer Aquiris. And see, this is where you should look and say, oh no, this is bad. Just like, what was it? Vicarious Visions? Aquarius has now become another Fortnite studio. Yeah. If only. And so the reason why, so I understand with that one. So let's see. No Post Xbox Live says, wait, but I thought Sony said it was bad to buy other companies. It's only bad when you don't benefit from it. Sony bought that studio because they already signed I think it was a 5 or 6 game exclusivity deal. Yep, as Dodger said, rules for thee, but not for me. But yeah, like Firewall, like I think they have like a 5 or 6 game deal with Sony. So I guess whatever, like they haven't even made I don't know if Young enjoys Firewall. Wait, I think you're talking about a game, but not the dev studio. Sony's getting more aggressive because they see a very clear competition for Microsoft. Now, if you're talking about something's being too late, that's too late. Sony should have saw that ages ago. But yeah, so Epic is acquiring Aquiris to work on Fortnite. So and will become Epic Games Brazil. So Aquarius, it was nice knowing you. I've heard that Horizon Chase Turbo was a decent game. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, sorry. It's been real. Just like we'll probably never see Harmonix ever again either. And last up in gaming, the Red Cross challenges gamers to play shooters using real-life rules of war. Listed below are the rules the Red Cross is challenging players to abide by. No thirsting, which is when an enemy is down, you can't keep shooting at them. No targeting of non-violent NPCs. You can't fire at bots who are friendly towards you. No targeting civilian buildings. Fighting can't be done in houses, schools, or hospitals, but if you have no choice but to fight, you must avoid damaging the area. Use medkits on everyone. If you have a medkit, you must use it on others. The only two games participating in this event are Arma 3 and Fortnite. If you're interested in the challenge and want to see more events like this, visit ICRC website. Okay, yeah, cool. You can go to this website, the ICRC website, and fill out the form. And see, yeah, like I have that same kind of I don't know, as to call Merge and Young are showing here. But seeing as that there are already rules in play, like there are already playlists or like custom maps or custom games that already apply these rules, I kind of want to try it and see what it's like. Like I want to see what this Fortnite mode looks like. I imagine with Arma 3 it will be a lot better. And of course, the reason for this, so the organization is seeking to remind players that video games are often set in, quote, conflict zones. And right now, quote, armed conflicts are more prevalent than ever, end quote. These real world conflicts affect those who live in the surrounding area by destroying their lives and leaving, quote, communities devastated. Wait, they don't want people to double tap? No, they don't. They don't want you to double tap. Oh my God, please, GameSpot, why? Shut up. The episode literally came out a day ago and you're just like, do you want to know what happened to this character in this TV show? No. Now I know what to look for. Now I have to wait like 3 months so I forget that you even wrote that. I hate that. Why would they write that? I don't get it. Kev, do you have the answer? Do you have the answer?
Nope.
Oh. No polls. You cannot teabag. I mean, well, technically I guess that's not against a rule of war, but I don't know. I've never really found teabagging to be fun. And in deals for this week, on top of Never Alone and you know what? I'm just gonna pull up Discord because it's in here. Never Alone and Beyond Blue on the Epic Game Store. We also have Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed and Rogue Book.
I like Rogue Book. I've played a little bit of that.
Is that a game in which you go against the terms of service of Facebook? Just go rogue? No. Is that the Division 2 Rogue Agents Facebook?
No.
Is there Friendica server? They call it Rogue Book?
No.
Oh yeah, I am torturing it. I am so sorry. Okay, the indie showcase for Nintendo was this week.
Yes. I saw some of it, but I didn't see
a
lot of it. But I definitely seen a few that I've either played or saw demos on.
Okay. All right. I didn't want to say the thing I want to say. I figured it'd be nice. I figured you'd have caught it more than any of the rest of us.
As being the indie guy, yes.
Damn it, that would have been the easier way. It would not have gotten me in trouble. I really went the other way.
Because you were about to go the other way, and then that would tick me off. Because you could have just said, well, you being the indie person.
Did not think about that at all.
Yeah. So, like...
I missed the obvious to go for the one that was going to get me fucked up.
Right. So yeah, I seen Sandrock. Sandrock is coming out, I believe, in summer. They didn't say a particular thing. That was pretty good. What that Jen said about Bomb Rush, Cyberpunk, which is the spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio, because we're not going to get a Jet Set Radio, so we're just gonna say, you know what? We're gonna get we're gonna make our own game. There have been some. I believe one was called Paper Trail. Paper Trail, which kind of reminds me of like Carto. Bomb Rush.
Oh yeah, this is definitely fucking
And the
this is definitely Jet Set Radio, bro.
Yeah, I think the person who did the music for Jet Set is also a part of like cyberpunk. So it's really good.
I really just think that they made a sequel, didn't release it, somebody found it and just renamed it.
Yeah. Or just being like, we're tired of Sega to make it, so we're just gonna make our own. And it's
if they waited, Rovio would have done it.
Nah. But yeah, just some really interesting titles. I'm gonna double back and kind of see like Minoko's Night Market. That's one that I'm very fascinated about. I did a demo video for that. Security Breach is gonna be on Switch. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Cult of the Lamb's getting I think free DLC. Oh yes, here. Paper Trail. Little Kitty, Big City. That's also pretty cool. Plate Up got announced. That's basically a roguelike Overcooked. I liked it. I played it with Love Lust. That was big fun.
Of course you like that game.
And I like that game. Of course you like that game.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Because it's fun, and I know how to listen to directions. So of course I love that game. I think they also talked about second. I think there's like a sequel to Oxenfree coming out. Yep. So yeah. So good games. Oh, and if you like the first Blasphemous, there's like a second Blasphemous coming out. So they announced that. And to chagrin of Sin, there is no Silk Song. No Silk Song was announced. So it's coming out at some point, sometime, whenever.
So, it's one of those things like I'm clearly looking forward to it. I would like it to be soon, but as with most things, I'm just like, if you're taking the time to do it right, then I will just get it whenever it arrives.
Yeah, indeed. And but yeah, my recommendation is I'm would like everybody to check out is My Time at Sandrock, because if you know me, I played a lot of My Time at Portia, and yeah, that game was a good time, and I've been dabbling with a little bit of Sandrock in early access, and it was good. But I was like, you know what? There's some things. It is kind of threadbare and in content and story at the time in which I played it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until a 1.0 comes out, and we're gonna do a read, and then we'll just do a 1.0 save where that'll just take over my life for however long it takes over my life, because that game is so good. It's so good. And that's it for me.
So anything else going on with you while you have the floor?
Well, I am going through the process of getting my yard back in shape post winter, and then having to deal with the fact that my not necessarily brand new but recent riding lawnmower decided to stop working. I believe it's the battery, but we've basically called, it's under warranty, so we've called peeps to work on it. So it's just a matter of getting that on the schedule to get that done. And in the meantime, I have been like cutting the grass with a push mower, which is not ideal, which is very much not ideal, especially with very thick winter grass. into spring, yeah, it's not been a fun time. So hopefully we can get the riding lawnmower working, so I don't, because I'll be doggone if I'm doing that in the middle of summer. I'm not pushing. I've done that before. I'm not doing it again. Um, so yeah, been doing that. Also been waiting for like Roots of Pacha to come out next month. Not next month, next week, and Honkai Star Rail, which is like Genshin, but with turn-based RPG, which is turn-based RPG. So I'll dabble with that, like I dabbled with Lost Ark. And
will that be on Steam?
No, it'll be on Epic, probably.
What's the point?
Honkai is going to be on Epic because Genshin is also on Epic. The Hoyoverse, everything has been on, all their games have been on Epic, and Pacha, that's gonna be like, it's like Stardew but in like prehistoric times. So I'm looking forward to that. Else, mostly just and then just mostly relaxing and yelling at people about all their stupid fan theories were wrong about the season finale of Mandalorian season 3.
Don't do it.
No, I already done it. I already made 2 videos. I already said, y'all, this was dumb. Y'all were all wrong. I basically did a bad rendition of T'Challa in the Astro Plane, being like, "You're wrong. You all wrong. They were all wrong. This person is going to be a bad person, and that person is going to be bad," and none of it happened. Speculation. What I always say: speculation videos are dumb. They are dumb. They are dumb.
Just like watching show. I don't care.
Like that's me part. I'm like, just watch the video. Just watch the shows.
TV shows are
and
great.
Let's talk
Why
about
do I
it.
Think about it.
Yeah, like let's watch the shows and let's talk about the shows after we watch them, and then review that.
Like, the thing is, well, I guess it depends on one of those things. Like this, the thing that I do like watching people like talk about shows in theory craft about things. That can be really cool, except when you're just like, let's spoil a whole bunch of things for people who have not seen stuff. Like, there are ways to do that do not include having to pull out a megaphone whenever you want to talk about, I'm seeing this and I'm seeing this. What do you think about this?
Right. Or we're having like little light discuss. Like if we're having like light discussions about it, instead of being like, yeah.
But if you're out here trying to like blow this up on every platform you can so that you can monetize it, only for you to end up being as disappointing as season 8 of Game of Thrones, if you don't get out of here.
Now you have Vivicraft. Now you have videographical evidence of you saying like top 5-10 why this person was not who we didn't think was the bad guy could be the bad guy, and then it's like now you got to basically backpedal, and then you got people in your comments being like, well, apparently that person wasn't the bad person, that person was the good person.
Well, what I really meant was
they might switch up in season 4, and I'm like, what if they don't? But you said it for this season, and you were wrong before. Why should I listen to you now?
I wonder if those exist for.
This is literally Mephisto all over again.
I wonder if any of those exist for like Fast and Furious. And at a certain point, they realize, wait a second. Oh, you mean the bad guy from the last one is now a good guy in this new one?
Yeah. Oh, you mean the person where one character was like, oh, that person was a bad guy, was in the movie, was in the 5th movie, but we never saw them, and now they're the bad guy in this movie?
No, I mean, Dominic Toretto, the bad guy of the first film, becomes the good guy in the sequel to that film.
Right.
Granted, Tej and whoever Tyrese's character is, they weren't technically bad folks, but yeah, they came over. I want to say somebody from 4 came in and was like a good guy. They were a bad guy initially, now they're a good guy. And it's like they just started picking people from the bad guy from the last movie, putting him in the new movie. The Rock was the bad guy, and then became a good guy.
And then had his own movie series with another bad guy.
Who, before they split off, became a good guy. And then, I thought it was petty. I forgot Jason Statham was in the first trailer for Fast X. But I saw the new trailer came out this morning. And I was, oh, that's right. Jason Statham is in this new movie. Man, it's funny how everybody came back except for The Rock. Sucks to be on the wrong side of that argument.
Yep.
I love you, Rock, but damn, you was really on the wrong side of this one. But it's not like it hurt you. It ain't hurt your pockets, but you know. Yeah, like exactly. Like The Rock's making Disney money. Like he ain't hurt, but I don't know. I would have loved to have seen The Rock in more Fast movies. Yeah. The scene that they showed though with Jason Statham and Han. Oh my God, that alone was okay. Yeah, I need to go see this movie.
Had his cousin in there. Has cousins in there. Doing his cousin thing. It's like his cousin is in there doing his cousin thing. He goes, ooh, ah. Sir, you're not in wrestling, sir. You are not the tribal chief at the head of the table. No, you didn't just spear somebody. Stop it.
Yeah, the fact that like they just keep bringing wrestlers into this thing is like, okay, you know what?
Yeah, they brought his cousin. Like that was his cousin. The dude with the long, you remember the dude with the long hair? The dude with the long hair and the beard and mustache? And he just goes, ooh, wow.
You mean like Jason Momoa? Oh wait, that's right. Jason Momoa isn't the wrestler. It's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was in.
Yeah, he was in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, Roman Reigns was in Hobbs and Shaw. See, that's what I'm getting Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns mixed up. Jason Momoa is not a wrestler.
Right, that was his cousin.
Wait, that was whose cousin?
That's The Rock's cousin.
Damn, that's just also insulting.
I think that's like his baby cousin. Like, damn. Like he's like, ooh, like, he just does the thing, and he just like he just hits somebody with a spear, and it's like, yo, this movie.
All I know is like, from what I've seen, Jason Momoa seems really unbothered by a lot of things. He is just out there having the fucking time of his life, and so is John Cena. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I want to see this because there are two people outside of like Tej and Tyrese's character, or outside of Ludacris and Tyrese, who are legitimately just enjoying themselves
because they know it's not serious and they're gonna make buku amount of money.
Like John Cena, I'm just talking about like characters, not just the actors themselves, like the characters. Yeah. Like John Cena's character in high-fiving his little nephew.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was fucking cool, man. I was like, yes, it was.
Yeah.
And Jason Momoa was just like, I'm just here to fuck shit up, my guy. What's good?
Yep.
His name Roman. That's right.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like nobody. Why would I come into these movies and you know? I mean, I have to pretend to be serious, or if I'm a bad guy, I pretend to be serious. But at the end of the day, everybody's coming to this money for two reasons. One, to have a good time. Well, no, three reasons. One, to have a good time. Two, to see some really cool locales, because they're going to be shot in beautiful, beautiful places around beautiful, beautiful women. And three, make a whole bunch of money in the process.
Sir, you forgot. Sir. You forgot one.
What?
Have you not seen those cars? Cars.
Yeah.
Cars.
Drive.
This is why we're here. Cars.
driving ridiculous cars.
Roman driving a solid gold hypercar.
Yep.
And I love that was the first thing pointed out. Like we would be that faster if Roman wasn't driving he wasn't driving Fort Knox on wheels. Oh my God, yes, thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much.
Yes.
Letty and Cypher fighting. Oh my God. It's just gonna be great. That movie's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait for people to say, I can't believe y'all watch these dumb movies. Just shut your fucking mouth. Do not be coming into any of my spaces, besmirching the good name of the Fast and Furious franchise.
I feel like if a movie or a television show does not tick me off, but if I'm generally entertained by it, I feel like a movie has done its job. I'm not going into these movies and feeling
that's one thing. That's why I don't get mad at a lot of things. Like it takes a bit.
I thought about Mandalorian because it's like it didn't piss me off, and I'm like I liked it and I laughed.
It takes a lot for me to really get pissed off about a thing. But right. Fast and Furious is one of those things. No, I am fighting. I am fighting you.
I mean, at this point, really, it's one of those, if you have like critique of a movie because of whatever reason, you have critique of a movie, but like, I do not understand the thing of being like, I can't believe that as an adult or whatever TM, you're watching this movie. Like, literally shut up.
Or as an adult, I can't believe you doing X.
Just like two things. One, mind your business. Two, tend to your business. To quote T.S. Madison on both of those points. But, add point number 3 here. Don't you have things to do that bring you joy? Why don't you just do those? Like, if this isn't your bag, you don't have to be here.
Hey, Republican Party, this one's for you, too.
Go find you some business that is not someone else's.
Or, to quote the black people who know about the things, play somewhere safe, not over here.
Mm-hmm.
To call. Why am I just now hearing about this? We need some introductions. Need some shit. Because there's one movie I have not seen, and it's the one where Letty turns bad. Like somehow I missed that one. I don't even know how.
Mm-hmm.
I must have been abducted by aliens the entire time that movie was out. Because I didn't know. I can't ask shit I don't know about, to call. Before I get upset, Sin, what you got going
on? Like so far so good. I have gone on a trip and I have come home without anything that I didn't leave with, so we're good there. But we're back to tabletop games and then back to our normal schedules of like streaming and doing things, including Tech Talk Thursdays next week.
That's right.
P.S. everybody, we're almost at the end of April.
Almost at the end of Autism Acceptance Month.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Black History Month, we're doing it all year round, baby.
365 Black.
365 Autism.
Mm-hmm. You know the vibes.
For when they rebooted the story franchise in some ways, yeah. For us, the soft little reboot. And yes, Letty turns bad because she had an accident and I guess lost her memory.
Amnesia.
So she was running around with one of the bad guys. I can't, I don't remember that one. Yeah. Also, I don't remember the one. And I also want to think that's the one that that was the first of Hobbs, right? Because I've seen 6. Yeah, see, that's why I'm confused. I know I missed 1. I've missed 1. damn it, now I gotta look this up. Anywho, while I'm looking this up, let's see. For me, I'm gonna try to get back on stream. I took a break this week, unannounced, even not like I definitely said, yeah, I'm gonna be streaming next week. I took a break this week because I kind of had an issue going on in my head about the plight of capitalism, trying to start a business, and falling back into wanting to fall back into old habits, but realizing I couldn't afford to. So it just kind of became a very, very exhausting thing for me. I just want to sit in it, just work through it, play some video games. Hobbs is issues in 5. Wait, no, I'm thinking Shaw. Fuck it. Yeah, Hobbs is issues in 5. Shaw is in 6. That's because she was a part of the younger Shaw brothers team in 6. And then we meet Big Brother Shaw in 7. Yep. All right, good. I'm back. Now I don't need to look that up because I have the timeline fixed in my head. So yeah, I kind of took care of that, but in the meantime, I've been playing some Witcher because I know that we're getting close to the end of the month. So we'll look into the end game on that. Was supposed to be going into a charity event this weekend, but that has been postponed, or I think my presence there has been canceled. I don't know if the event itself has been postponed or if they're still going to do it, but because of the rain, my involvement in it has been canceled. So I now have a full weekend to do whatever it is I want to do. But because it's raining, I doubt that it's going to be a DoorDash day. So I don't know, just maybe some more video games. Maybe I'll stream. Who knows? Friday, I don't know what we're going to do. Things have happened and I don't know. Personally, thought it was hilarious. I was having fun.
Me and Merge squashed there. We did.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was all good fun, but hey, things were happening. We're moving on.
It was a combination of it was funny, but then not funny, but then still kind of funny, but then not funny. Well, it was just like the level of why now? But we're good.
Yeah, that was it for me. It's like, but why? But again, like for me, it's that GOP faux outrage thing that kicks in, where it's like, but why? I did nothing to you. Now I am angry at this thing that means absolutely nothing to me. Right. But yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen. I don't know.
We'll see how that goes. I don't know.
I technically want to try Fortnite again, but also I don't want the game to crash. I don't know. What other games are out there? The nice Oh wait, Call of Duty has a free multiplayer weekend.
I say yeah.
Call of Duty has a free multiplayer weekend. We should play that.
No.
What?
Yeah, we said yes. The Sugar War.
Also, Fox Dominion.
We settled it with no party admitting fault. Now.
So the Dominion Fox lawsuit. Okay.
Yeah. We made a settlement of sugar.
So are we okay playing Civ or what? Like, what is this?
I'm fine. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine with playing Civ.
Okay, so we're fine with playing Civ again. Okay, then we can go back to Civ. I just want to make sure, because look, the news I got this weekend was like, now I'm sad. I was eating a bowl of cereal, kind of sad, because I don't know if I could do it. I said, oh, come on, man, it was fun. But hey, I get it. I respect the decisions made.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, it was one of those things like I thought about me and I thought about it, and then Merge came his stream. I think it was Monday, and I was like, I apologize. And Merch was like, why are you apologize? It's like, why are you apologize? And I'm like, yeah, it was my fault. Because it was not so much it was my fault, but it was just like I was just apologizing for me going back and forth about it. Because I could have just been like, you know what? We at war. We'll make peace. I'll sue for peace, and we'll just like go from there. But yeah, I was.
Like we're at the point now in the game where we can all just like we're at the part where we can offer peace treaties to get out of that shit. So
right, I will legit just be like, here's my city.
Yeah, we're at the point where we can actually start the game with peace treaties, squashing shit, and then keep going.
Right.
So again, and I like that. I like that. See, civility. Democracy has prevailed.
Right. So if anything, then we can basically, you know, come together for our common enemy, the Vikings, because again, when the Vikings get to popping off, nothing really is. There's a lot of change that happens when the Vikings pop up. Ask Britain.
You know what? To call, you were right. Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should just scrap that game altogether.
I'm fine with that.
Because like I do want to get that async thing working.
Yeah.
So if we could just start with that, then that's fine. Because like we could still technically play somewhat in real time.
Right.
And then when we stop, we can just keep it going when we stop. So we'll just set up for async.
And would that be possible? And would that be possible for me to be able to play with my Steam save?
It should be able to. Again, like we can figure that out tomorrow.
Right. Okay. So we'll just start.
We got none but time.
We'll just start fresh. We'll start fresh, and I can be able to start, and I can be able to play with either Mansa or like some of my other folk, because I'm trying to dabble with the other leaders. So because I got a lot of leaders on my leader pass, so I'm like, yeah, I might need to dabble with them.
All right. Well, I'm glad we got all that situated, and that's good news because it's time to get out of here. We have when Sin is missing for a long time, we just sit there and we got to share. We got to catch Sin up.
Got to reminisce.
Yeah, we got to catch Sin up on everything that's happened. And Sin is not. No, Sin is not talking to a cat.
No, I'm talking to Alexa because she's reminding me that it is close to my bedtime. It has an alarm that goes off, and I'm like, "Yeah, you have to stop, otherwise it will just continue."
Well, in that news, things that Alexa said, "Yo, dog, you need to go to bed, dog. What are you doing?" And I'm pretty sure Kev has got things he's got to do. I ain't got shit to do. I'm watching the kid tomorrow because he is out of school. So yeah, that's it. That's it for Tech Talk Thursdays for April 20th, 2023. Again, smoke them if you got them. Blaze up 420, my fellow teens.
For at least the next 45 minutes if you're on the East Coast.
Yeah. On behalf, so that's it for me. On behalf of East Coast Merge. On behalf of it's your boy Kev in the building. It has been a pleasure to be your host, the Grandmaster of IT, aka your favorite streamer's favorite IT guy. They just don't know it yet. I recommend that you tell them majorshouse.com, where we can sit there, build up on the open web, and be free. Of centralized services. Do recommend that they come out majorshouse.com. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Of course, y'all couldn't watching any stream, couldn't have been playing any game in the world. Fuck. You could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech and gaming news yourself, but you said no thank you. We're all about this fuck around and his finding out. Because apparently he got verification money, but not the rent money.
Apparently, like what Mordo said in Doctor Strange, and I guess it came with the rent. The bill comes due always.
And with that, I thank you so much. And all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. And peace. How?
Wakanda forever.